Today's Elko Live program is an introduction to candidates who have filed for Elko City governing positions. Since our interviews were conducted, there was an additional filing for one of two vacant city council seats. Randy Ridgway filed on March 5th. Elko Broadcasting Company will conduct separate interviews with additional candidates at the close of filing on Friday, March 13th, to be aired in a future broadcast. Today's program begins with candidates seeking the Elko City Mayor's seat being vacated by Reese Keener, who is term limited and will be retiring at the end of this year. We're in studio with Elko City mayoral candidate Marissa Lostra, who is seeking the city mayor position. Welcome to the program, Marissa. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me, Lori.
Well, we are excited to talk about you first. If you wouldn't mind telling us about yourself. And it is you do sit on the city council currently, so I guess we could start with that.
I do sit on the city council. I grew up here in Elko, Nevada, graduated from Elko High School. I went to Great Basin College, got an associate's degree there, went on to UNR, got a degree there. Once I graduated, came back to Elko. I have my significant other, Mike, and we've got 4 kids together. So our oldest 2 actually are like 4th generation Elko High School graduates. And so then we've got 2 more that are still in high school. And we've got a couple businesses around town that we've tried to reinvest into the community and revitalize a building downtown and just continue to grow.
And so you've been on the council tell us about that experience.
So I've been on the council for just over a year. So we're going into my 2nd year on the council, and it has been an enlightening experience. It's been very eye-opening. Everything has been extremely positive, but enlightening in the sense of I've kind of gotten a vision of what you really can accomplish when you're on the council, how you can affect the community, the things you really can change. I think there is a public misconception when people comment about community happenings or community issues that are going on, and their target of where they think that they need to address those, and then the things that really can be done about that. So that's been the enlightening part for me, to really navigate that whole atmosphere, to see what we can fix, how we can fix it, and what we can do about it, and the things that we can't.
Marissa Lostra is our guest today. She's a candidate for Elko City Mayor. And so based on some of those, what accomplishments are you most proud of, would you say, Marissa?
Oh, my goodness. As far as the council, we've been doing some strat planning recently. We've been through 3 full days of strat planning, which has been amazing. And I think it's been incredible for us to refocus really the true needs of the community, the needs of the city, the staff, and all of the support that goes on there, and how we can restructure some things to make things better. We came up with a new vision statement that encompasses one Elko, which we're super proud of. So we can't wait to implement that very small yet powerful saying of one Elko, and we really emphasized that in everything that we did with that strat planning, and that should be out to the community here in the next couple of months, where everybody can kind of see all the work that we did to put into that.
And Marissa, you have an interesting story. I think people should know why it is you're running, why you chose the timing that you've chosen.
So I actually serve on Nevada Realtors for the state. I'm actually the treasurer for the Nevada Realtors. And I have learned through that position that everything is about timing. So currently, since I am the newest one on the council, the way that the election cycles fall, this is the next upcoming mayoral election that we will have. If I did not choose this timing, it would be 2 more years on the council, and then 2 years additionally after that in order to be able to run for mayor. And so I just felt that this would be the right time versus going through 2 more election cycles. And so we're just going to campaign and see how that goes.
Marissa, this is a nonpartisan seat, so there's no primary. It means the top vote getter gets the seat come November. I think it's fair to point out that you were the top vote getter, your first shot at it in the race for Elko City Council. You got more votes than even the second most popular person.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
So there are 2 council seats that are open. Chip Stone's filed for re-election to a final 4-year term. Council colleague Giovanni Puccinelli is also seeking the position of mayor. Now, interestingly, he'll be vacating his council seat to do so, But if you're successful, Marissa, that creates a third open council seat, and that would be filled by appointment after the election. Is that right?
That is correct. And we're actually very excited about that. That also led into my decision to currently run during the campaign for mayor, as that would keep me on the city council if I'm not successful in obtaining that position. So I can continue doing the things that I would like to see changed in the city, kind of helping with the growth and the direction that we want to take everything that we've been working so hard to establish, and make sure those continue to go down the right path.
Thank you, Marissa. We'll do more of this conversation in a future program, future meetings. We have time. The general is not till November. And listeners, you'll meet two other city council hopefuls during this program who are both newcomers to politics, Walter Fick and Jim Weiner. They have filed for the city council. Marissa, thank you for your time today.
Thank you.
I'm talking with Giovanni Puccinelli. He is an Elko City Councilman. And Giovanni, you have news for our listening audience about not only who you are, but what you hope to achieve in this election cycle.
Yeah, I do have some new news. I announced it last Tuesday that I am going to run for mayor of the city of Elko. Currently, I've been on the council for, 5 years and 4 months, 5 months, something like that. I was appointed. And so I'd like to just throw my hat in. I'm currently right now Mayor Pro Tem on the council, which I thoroughly have enjoyed. It's been fun. It's learning the parliamentary procedure and stuff like that. I really enjoyed that part of it. I enjoy serving. That through all the years of basketball refereeing, 30 plus, and baseball, I've enjoyed that. I've been doing 20 plus. Then at the fair, I was fair board member for 10 years, but I've worked up at the fair for 30 plus years. So I enjoy serving the community. It's been a great community for me. So I figured it's time to step it one more and see what else I can do.
So it sounds like you're a local, Giovanni.
Oh yeah, born and raised here. So way back. I don't want to say the date. I'll be dating myself, but yes, I was born and raised.
So it sounds like, as you just described, that there are some accomplishments that you're really proud of. Anything stand out for you as a council member, maybe, that you're looking forward to accomplishing if given the opportunity as mayor?
Personally, I'd like to see Elko grow. Economically, a little diversification a little bit. I'd love to see Elko go different ways. Mining's been wonderful to the city. It's done, incredible things here, and I'd like to see other businesses. If we could attract them, whatever, through incentives, something, I don't know. That's something I'd like to sit down and talk with staff, and let's figure it out, and let's see what we can do in getting new businesses here and attracting new businesses.
And then obviously the big question, I think you did talk about that in your introduction about why you're running. This race this year in particular, both council and mayor, has attracted some attention, Giovanni.
Yeah, we did. We got some people running against me. And you know what? Everyone that's putting their name in this, everybody in council, mayor, I commend them for doing it, because it's not an easy thing to do. Put yourself in our shoes and take that ridicule, I guess is the best way to put it. You do it because you enjoy it, and you take the good with the bad, I guess. But as sitting on the council, you can't make everybody happy. It's just like refereeing basketball, like I just mentioned. You make a call, you're going to anger somebody out there. I wish you could make everybody happy all the time, but it just doesn't happen.
And there is this position is nonpartisan. So the city council, the position of mayors is nonpartisan. Is that also? Do you think that's going to, make an impact? Does that make a difference for voters or for the community that we have a nonpartisan council?
I don't think it should. Everybody should vote the way they feel. To me, if you vote for whoever it is, vote, but be educated about it and know why you're voting for them. Just don't do it because somebody told you. I think just make a good decision about it, and stand by it, whatever you do, and support who you vote for. Because win or lose, I'm a firm believer of win or losing, you support who the candidate is, because you got to respect them for being in that position.
Giovanni Puccinelli is a filed candidate. He's official, running for the position of mayor after sitting on city council, appointed to that position now, but you've been in your first full term as an elected official, right?
Correct.
Yes. So.
Yep, it's coming up the end of this year. I served my first 4 years as elected.
Right. Mm-hmm. So anything else that I didn't ask you about, Giovanni? We'll have other opportunities to talk as the campaign moves forward, but I just want to make sure, you get to introduce yourself to folks as a candidate for mayor for the city of Elko.
I just say thank you for everybody and just vote. Either way, just go out there and vote for somebody. Thank you very much.
I'm Lori Gilbert, your Elko Live host. Our broadcast continues with hopefuls seeking Elko City Council seats. Thank you for joining us for today's part of the program featuring a candidate for Elko City Council, that is Walter Fick. And there are 2 council seats open in this election cycle. And Walter, we wanted to, first of all, congratulate you on filing as a candidate.
Thank you. And thank you for having me on. It's great to be here, to use the old cliche, long-time listener, first-time caller.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you too, Walter. And is this the first time that you've sought elected position?
It is, yes. I've been fortunate to be able to serve the public as a deputy district attorney, but I've otherwise steered very clear of politics.
Well, we're going to get into that in just the few minutes that we have. These are all introductory opportunities for candidates who have filed so far as of Friday, March 6th. So we want to be clear, if there are other candidates who've joined the race, we'll be catching up with them too as we go. So first of all, Walter, you started too, but let's hear a little bit more about yourself.
Sure. So as I had mentioned, I am a deputy district attorney for Elko County. I've been here for a little over half a decade. I've been an attorney for about a decade now. Got my start as a commercial litigator down in Las Vegas, but honestly, growing up, I always wanted to be a prosecutor. I love being able to, support victims and just fight for justice. Like, it's such a luxury to have my only job to do justice and to try to protect the community, and that's a great luxury to have. Not every attorney and not every person out there gets to do that, so I'm thankful that I get to serve in that way, and hope to be able to also continue to serve as a city councilman.
Well, let's talk about that. You always knew that you wanted to pursue a career in law. Did you want to be a city council person?
Oh, no. No. Honestly, growing up, all I ever really wanted to do was be a prosecutor. That was always the lifelong dream, but as I've lived here for a while, I've had a lot of folks reach out over the years or just casually say, you should run for city council, or you should get involved in politics somehow. So I've eventually been persuaded, and I think it's a great opportunity to serve, a great opportunity to both be a good steward of public funds and public trust, and then also hopefully lead the city in a great direction.
Walter Fick is candidate for Elko City Council. So we've had a chance to learn more about you. Oh, I did want to ask you, or have you share, would you mind telling us about where you received your education maybe, and where you called your hometown? Sure.
So I don't necessarily have a hometown per se. I mean, I think Elko is now my adopted hometown, which I'm very thankful for. Growing up, I moved around a lot in the Midwest and Texas. Ultimately, I went to Princeton for undergrad, graduated with honors there in 2013, and then moved out here to Nevada to attend law school at UNLV, the William S. Boyd School of Law. Also graduated with honors from that in 2016. I spent a year as a law clerk in Ely, actually, afterwards, so got to work in Ely. We also covered Eureka County and Lincoln County. Moved back to Vegas after finishing as a law clerk, but growing up, I spent like a year on a farm in Iowa. I was involved in FFA, raised a hog, all of the kind of quintessential small town things. And so my heart has always been moving back to a small town. So when there's the opportunity back during COVID to move to Elko and join the DA's office, I jumped on it, and I've loved every minute ever since.
Having been in Elko for a few years, or maybe there are other things that either personally or professionally you've accomplished you'd like to talk about?
Sure. I think I've had a lot of success, been blessed with a lot of success as a prosecutor here in Elko. But no, as far as accomplishments, we've had a lot of success prosecuting some very violent, very serious criminals. I think I am the first prosecutor, at least in several decades, possibly ever in rural Nevada, to have multiple racketeering convictions. So we've been very, I think, innovative in trying to target some of the organized crime and the drug dealing here in the Elko community, and to use all of the resources we have to remove those people and remove the danger that they pose to our citizens.
Walter Fick is a candidate for Elko City Council, talking about some of the prosecutorial accomplishments, the success that he's had. And you do have an endorsement, a significant endorsement from a police lieutenant. Walter, did you want to talk about that?
Sure. Actually, a number of folks, I haven't necessarily released all of them yet, but yes, Shane Daz was very kind to write a letter endorsing me. Sheriff Aitor Narvaeza has also endorsed me. I believe that Chief Kyle Ward is about to endorse me. So a little bit of a preview. I don't know if that will come out before this airs on Monday or not, but certainly very supportive, very thankful for all of the support that I've had in the law enforcement community. Very humbling and honoring.
Well, obviously successful as a prosecutor and a would-be city councilman. Walter Fick, our guest today. Thank you, Walter. There are 2 seats open. This is a nonpartisan contest, so there is no primary. So we're going to have plenty of time to have more conversations as time goes by. Top vote getter will get the seat come November.
Thank you. I look forward to it. It's great to be able to talk about the issues and how we can make Elko even better than it already is.
Thanks for joining us, listeners, as we continue our candidate conversations. Today's guest is Chip Stone. He is a 2-term Elko City Council member. He is an incumbent seeking re-election. Welcome, Chip. Thanks for being on the program today.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you having me on here and to be able to talk to the great people in Elko a little bit. So thank you.
Absolutely, Chip. You have experience as a city council person. We were hoping that you would maybe tell us a little more about yourself for someone who may be not familiar with Chip Stone.
Yeah, so, this is the 3rd term that I have the opportunity to run. I've been serving as an Elko City Councilman for the last 7+ years, and this is the one I've looked forward to. That's why I've put in the near 8 years for the last 4 years, and then I term out. So I've been really excited to do that. There's lots of things we've been able to accomplish, and worked with some great other city council members, and Mayor Reese Keener, and we've done some great projects and things over the years, and fought long and hard. Sometimes I wasn't agreed with, but that's okay. That's what I'm there for, is to try to do what I can. I love Elko. I've been in Elko for over 30 years, and a small business owner of a few different businesses. And so I understand what it takes to make a business work, make housing work, make things happen, and live here and keep our community sustainable. So.
Chip Stone, who is an incumbent candidate for Elko City Council. You mentioned accomplishments. Did you have any specific accomplishments that you're most proud of you'd want to talk about?
Most recently, there's been some exciting things. The rec center that has been able to come to fruition and get put together. We fought long and hard in some different locations, and I wasn't real popular because I went on a few of those because I was against some of the locations that others were, and that's okay. But it ended up exactly where I wanted to, so I'm happy it all came to fruition. We all worked together with stakeholders and partners and political folks and everyone in the community, most importantly, and got it where it belongs. Another exciting project just finished was the downtown. Putting in all the new sidewalks and infrastructure down there. It's been long and hard, needed to be done, and to make it more beautiful down there. There's some neat art projects coming in that you're going to see soon that will decorate it nicely down there and make it more enjoyable for people coming and wanting to come stay in Elko and see what's happening downtown. So we keep our downtown businesses revitalized and happening. The other thing that we're working on right now, and it's a tough one, is the Aircart Road, having a second road over to Spring Creek. That's county type things right there, but we were actually able to use money from COVID dollars and other places to get that started, get some of that infrastructure in. And recently, we've just applied for a grant, is my understanding, to see if we can get some more dollars to help get that going. We'd love the county to jump in a little harder with us, and maybe DOT as well, but it's something that needs to be done, so we have that second source to Spring Creek. So those are a few things that we've talked about. So,
talking with Chip Stone, he's incumbent candidate for Elko City Council, visiting some accomplishments that he's most proud of and looking to the future. And I think you did suggest right at the beginning why you're running, but I know you really would like to have that last 4-year term, Chip.
The last 4 years for me is some extra time for some plans that I've really wanted to do and haven't been able to. We've got a lot of folks running for the city council positions, and I highly respect those people for looking and stepping up. But the thing I always try to make sure people understand and remember is you're one vote of 5. And a lot of people make a lot of big promises and say, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to change this and change the world. But you can fight real hard and for the things that the community believes and the citizens of Elko believe. But when it comes down to it, you need to make sure your constituents, we are all on the same page that the community is. And so making a lot of promises that you really don't going to be able to keep, I've never been that person. We've got some things with the animal shelter, for instance. We need a new animal shelter. We need it bigger. We've had some tough things just recently that have happened with it. And I joined up with Lasso and helping them. We were able to get some funding through the city to do a design project, and that's been approved. And now the next step will be funding. And it's going to be probably pretty close to my job to see if we can come up with $6 to $8 million to do that. There's not a lot of money right now and a lot of things in trouble. Another idea that I'm working on that I'm really trying to show the citizens of Elko is, the school district. We're having some real trouble there. While I don't have control and those kinds of things of that, I can also be there and support. Been attending the meetings at the board meetings that they're having. Some of those, try to learn, give my input when possible, so that it affects our city. It isn't just a county issue. It's the city is going to be affected, and every single citizen in our community is going to be affected. What happens with our schools, where that funding comes from, how we're going to save those schools. They're working very hard, and I highly respect that board. CJ Anderson and the board there are working very hard, doing what they can. Their hearts are in it, and to save jobs, save those teachers' jobs, and I certainly will be there for whatever I can to help.
Chip Stone is a candidate filing for re-election to his final 4-year term. There are 2 council seats open. This is a nonpartisan race. There's no primary. The top vote getter will get the seat come November. Chip, thank you for your time today. We appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We're gonna make this, and we're gonna win.
We're visiting here in studio with James Q. Weiner, known as Jim Weiner, who has announced his candidacy for Elko City Council. Welcome, Jim. It's a pleasure to sit across from you in this capacity, and hoping you might tell us more about what motivated you to file as a candidate for the Elko City Council.
Oh, thank you, Lori. It's nice to see you, and appreciate your time today. A lot of people know me from the times I've spent in Elko, 35 years now, and I've known you a little while now as well. But giving back to the community has always been high on my agenda. I did sell my company, which was Coldwell Banker, about 5 years ago now. And when I sold it with the specific thought that I wanted to spend more time with my 2 daughters. And they're teenagers still, but I wanted to spend time with them while they were still in high school at Elko High, and before they kind of took off into the next chapters of their life. And as a parent, of course, you always want to spend more time with your kids before they find their own path in life. So I also wanted to sell the company and retire, if you will, when I did, so that I could start giving back to the community even more. This community has been very good to my family, very good to myself. It's just the best place in the world to live and raise and grow a family. So it's been 5 years now, and I've kind of taken it easy for a while, and now I just want to start giving back. This Elko is just the greatest community there is you could possibly want, and I have this thought and a life credo, if you will, of service, giving back. And so I want to give back to the community and serve where I can. Over the years, of course, I've served in different capacities through the Great Basin College Foundation. I was on that for years, and the Chamber of Commerce as well. and the Elko County Association of Realtors. I served on that board for years as well. And currently, I'm actually on the board of the charter school, the Elko Institute of Academic Achievement, and I'm on the board of the Northeast Nevada Regional Hospital as well, and also the Elko County Community Foundation. So I don't want to just sit back and be idle in retirement. I want it to be purposeful, and I want to continue to give back where I can.
And Jim, it looks as though you're bringing certain goals, or at least ethics and some ideals to this endeavor. Would you like to talk about what motivates you as a local business person and a husband and a father?
Well, you bet. I'm fiscally conservative in nature, and I've run my own small business for over 35 years in real estate and development. And so I've had to make hard decisions, and I know what it's like to make a payroll and control expenses and balance a budget. And I believe that a forward-thinking, transparent government that serves its citizens responsibly is what's needed. And I also believe that communication and collaboration are key in building a good association between the public and the people that you serve and the government. I'd be honored if I was entrusted with your vote in the upcoming election.
Jim Weiner is now a candidate for Elko City Council. Filing closes on Friday, March 13th, in time for the general election, because there will be no primary. The top vote getters advance in the Elko City Council race. There are 2 vacancies essentially on the council, although incumbent Chip Stone has indicated he has filed, in fact, seeking re-election. 1 seat is vacant, and that seat is the one currently occupied by Giovanni Puccinelli. He is seeking the seat of mayor, while Mayor Reese Keener is termed out. Congratulations on filing.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that, Lori.
Thank you for listening to Elko Live today, featuring the first round of candidates seeking city council seats, including the position of mayor. We will be interviewing remaining candidates, as well as highlighting hopefuls for Elko County office in future broadcast. Filing for public office statewide and locally closes Friday, March 13th. And just a quick programming note as we wrap up the broadcast. By the time this program was prepared, there was an addition to the list of filed candidates for Elko City Council, local businessman Randy Ridgway. This program is archived at elkoradio.com. Thank you for listening.